So these are the parts from materialise. There's the main part is this holster that this Powertac flashlight fits into. I'm going to be assembling the parts together. This is the back piece that gets, in this design, gets bolted to the back and it clamps with these serrated teeth. And this is the release button. This was also printed by materialise. This is in brass, and it goes in there like that. And just want to make sure that it slides freely. And what I have to do, a lot of times there's powder that's deposited down in this bottom. It's closed in, and so I'll run a pick through here just to make sure that all the powder is freed up, especially along the edges. And when you tap it, you can kind of see the powder come out. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and assemble this. This part here, this is a spring. This is the return spring for this latching button. And it just gets dropped right inside there. Like that. And goes down inside there. And this brass button comes down in there like that. And what you want is enough spring tension to cause that to come back. And let's see. So I'm going to lock that in. So the flashlight's locked in place now. And if I press the button just slightly, it unlocks. It doesn't take much. But now I need something to lock the pin into place. And that's what I have here, is this 1mm diameter pin. But before I put the pin in, I want to make sure that my hole here is sized to accept it. And so I'm going to take this an 039 drill. That's like the largest bit I've got. I think it should be 039-4, but I'll put this one in here. And I'll just kind of ream it out. I want to make sure that I've got plenty of clearance. It's a little tight, but materialise, they did a pretty good job of getting this pretty close. These are precision fit parts, and that's why I use materialise for that. It comes from Berlin. It takes a while to get here. So now I'm just going to run this is a tapered point. I'm going to run that in there and kind of help get it started. Okay, I think, so now I can slide this piece back in there. Make sure my spring's in there. Now I just have to put this pin. As you can see, there's a little hole right there. The pin is going to go right in there like that. And this is the tricky part. That looks like it's in there pretty good. Now I'm going to see if I can just press it in. Sometimes the pin bends, and sometimes I just cut it right there. But that's retained, so now I can fit that in there. That works very good. You can see what I do, you don't have to push the button in to get the flashlight to go in because of this scallop design here. You just push the flashlight in and rotate it. clockwise, and you can see it just forces the pin down the button. And so now I want to address this pin. I might try to tap that a little bit. I want to get it to go down a little farther. So next I'm going to assemble the back on here. And I've got these stainless steel screws. These are number 2 screws. I'm going to first just loosely fit it together. I'm going to go right here on this one, like that. And so I've got to slide this under here. Go ahead and remove the flashlight for now. And then these screws are going to come up through here. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Want the button facing up. These screws were cut with a Dremel, and so the threads sometimes aren't as eager to engage as they used to be. There we go. I'm using number 256 screws this time. And what I'm going to do, I'm not tightening it very tight, but I am going to double nut the nuts, just so it won't loosen up. Acorn nuts would be nice if I could find some. Number 2 acorn nuts. Might have to check with McMaster and see what they've got. And I'm just going to snug these up, and once I'm happy with it, I'll probably go back and hit it with a little super glue to lock the threads. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks good, and it's going to stay on there pretty well. And it has the button in the back. You can turn the light on from the back. And this is for the E5 Powertac flashlight. So this holster is designed to be used with the 2-inch wide Duluth Trading suspenders.